first round of chemo wasn't so terrible. But I know from what happened to my mom, it's gonna get a lot worse. I don't want to put Zander through that hell. That's why I have to push him away before... Don't tell me you're trying to avoid grandfather again.
No. Actually, it's Dobson.
Dobson? Why?
It's a long story. Believe me, you don't want to know.
Oh, all right. Now I'm really curious.
Forget Dobson. You know what? Got something a lot more interesting. How about you go with me and spend the day with me on the lake? I'll show you that I can sail.
You know, I would really love to, but I can't.
I know that I promised you that I would consult on this financial crisis, but I am having a hell of a time getting my head in this.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be dragging you into this. It's not like you don't have problems of your own.
Nicholas, I know that you're in charge of the family now, but why don't you call Stefan and ask him to consult? I'm sure he'd be happy to help if you call him.
I have called him repeatedly and left him dozens of messages, and he never calls back. I'm starting to get worried.
A picnic sounds great, but grandmother's hosting a tea.
A tea?
Mm-hmm. There's a visiting committee in Port Charles representing the daughters of fine lineage.
What does that have to do with us?
Well, they're recruiting new members locally. And grandmother wants me to be a charter member of the Port Charles branch.
This is a joke, right?
No, I'm totally serious.
It's for Lila, right? I understand. It's for Lila. The daughters or whatever. You got to do it.
No, I'm really interested in joining.
Okay, why?
Because they do a lot of good things. You know, like to raise money for charity and stuff like that.
Huh. What does old Nikolas think about you joining this group of old-haired, blue-haired snobs?
Well, he thinks it's great.
I'm surprised. You know, Nikolas is full of surprises these days. Yeah, I still can't get what possessed him to pay my bail.
Well, I possessed him. You know, we're best friends.
Since when?
Since always.
What does that make Lucky and Elizabeth?
Well, I mean, they're my best friends too, you know. The four of us, we've just always been together, but yeah, Nikolas and I had a special connection, and we'll always have it.
Why do I get the feeling that this is a members-only Zander keep-out message?
Oh, God. Zander, don't be so silly. I'll call you tomorrow. I really have to get going right now, so I'm just gonna go and do that. Yeah?
What about later? Can I come see you?
Yeah. I'll be tired, and, tomorrow's better, you know? You really need to go now, so... Zander might be right behind me because I just told him a brutally obvious lie about why I couldn't be with him to make him believe I was coming here to meet you. I know he followed me from home. I'm not sure if he came all the way to this island, but there's a pretty good chance he did. So could I please just hang out with you until he shows up and hopefully finds us doing something romantic?
Wait, is this what you really want?
I've already explained this. I have two choices. I can either drag Zander through the hell of cancer and watch his spirit die piece by piece along with my body, or I can push him away and make him so mad that he finally gives up. I've already made my decision. It is not up for debate. And if Zander walks in here, I really don't want him to see me crying, please.
Okay.
Nicholas, you said you would help me.
I will.
Okay, well then think of something romantic fast.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I suppose we could dance or...
Yes. Okay, a waltz, like the night of the Bacchanalia.
All right. Music or no?
No, would hurt more.
Okay.
All right, we're on.
The dance is over. Do I search this moldy pile of rocks, or do you tell me which rafter Stefan is hanging from?
Is Lucky upstairs?
No, he took off with Summer.
I didn't know where he went.
No, something wrong?
Emily blew me off at this obvious line, took off to Spoon Island. I followed her there, but the security nailed me and I couldn't check it out. But Lucky knows the tunnels. He knows how I can find her.
Okay. Zander, first of all, why are you following Emily? If she's going to see Nikolas, it's because they're friends. And second of all, you need to stay as far away from Spoon Island as possible. Start nosing around there and you're going to end up in a world of trouble you don't need.
What makes you think Stefan is here? I haven't heard from him in months.
Cut the crap. You know he's been at the sanitarium, sniffing around after my wife.
Why would I expect you to listen to reason or even recognize the truth when you hear it?
What else did he order? Was he in on the hospital switch, the drug therapy? Has he ordered a lobotomy?
You're right, Luke. You're right. My uncle's the big villain here, the source of all my mother's problems. It was Stefan who dragged Laura into hiding and ran her ragged. It was Stefan, evil Stefan, who, when Laura broke from reality, refused to get her psychiatric help. It was he... No, wait. That was you. Well, see, now that doesn't fit. Well, Stefan must have been pulling your strings.
You tell Stefan the game is on.
Done with.
I understand you're looking for me. Here I am.
I had business in town anyway. How you feeling?
So far, so good. But I know from experience that the chemo gets worse as you go along.
You'll make it.
You sound so sure.
I am. You're one of the strongest people I know, Em. And I want you to know that you're not alone, okay?
The Gene and Durley, or Nicholas joining the little group too?